freaky ass nigga. You a 69 god?
All right, so hi, we are back for another episode of Let's Switch Gears. In this episode, I have my bestie.
Whoa. Hi, I'm Torae. I
Torae!
don't know if he's gonna introduce me or not.
Woo! Okay, Torae, you want to introduce yourself? Want to tell them what you do?
Sure, I'm Torae. I am a Sirius XM radio host. I'm a songwriter, and I'm the president of the New York chapter of the Grammys. Actor. I do a couple things.
He does a
Most importantly, though, the biggest job and the most difficult of them all is staying in your good graces.
Not parenthood?
I mean, that's probably a strong second.
Wow. Okay.
Nah, my kids is cool.
Okay. Oh, so it's just me.
It's probably just you.
Okay. So how you been? I haven't seen you. I don't know.
Couple weeks.
It's been longer than that.
All right, well, whatever.
It's been a while. How have you been?
I've been well. Can't complain. You know, just living life, living the dream type shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I asked Tor if he had anything he wanted to talk about, and he said that he doesn't want to talk at all.
I just want to sit here and be on camera.
So I guess I'm gonna be doing all the talking.
I mean, I thought that was your job.
First things first.
Rest in peace, Uncle Phil.
Yeah. Second thing second. I want to talk about Eminem.
Okay.
Did you see that he is, I don't know, back out of retirement, I guess?
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you hear the song? He dropped a song.
He dropped a song today or at midnight. I have not had the pleasure of hearing
it?
Houdini as of yet.
Oh, so you know the name?
I do know the name.
You know more than me.
Well, yeah, it's Houdini. It's his out of retirement song.
Oh, okay, out of retirement song.
Out of retirement to announce he's retiring.
He's retiring?
Something to that effect.
He told you that, or is this
Personally?
like a known thing?
Like,
I don't know. Is this like a known? Is this a known thing, or
from the promotional items that had dropped? I thought that he was saying like.
So you don't know for sure.
I don't know for sure. Do we ever know anything for sure?
Yeah.
What?
Taxes.
Well, not if you're rich.
I mean, but you still have to pay him. We know that. We know that's certain.
You have to pay $1.
Death is also certain. We know that for sure.
For sure.
It's a couple things we know.
All right. Well, cool. So taxes, death, and Eminem retirement
are
certainties.
No,
rappers never retire though, so I don't believe it. Even if he says he's retiring, I don't believe it.
Really? You know what? I don't think he's retiring either. I think he's gonna pull a Tom Brady and say, you know, I'm retiring, and then come back, and then retire again, and then come back again.
Eminem doesn't drop frequent enough for him to announce a retirement, because it's like you retired for 7 years in between albums anyway.
He's been unofficially retired all this time. Yeah. Personally, I have no desire to hear or see Eminem in 2024.
Why not?
Are you an Eminem fan? You'd be the first one I ever met.
Eminem has millions of fans, as told
but you're not one of them.
Early Eminem stuff I was definitely more into than later Eminem stuff.
Like when his hair was blonde?
Blonde hair Eminem for sure.
Yes, early 2000s Eminem, sure.
Blonde hair Eminem for sure.
But like, Eminem's kind of outdated.
There's been some dark hair Eminem moments though.
Like what?
The ones that he had.
Like, Superfan, you tell me.
Wait a minute. First of all,
I don't want
to take that title from someone who's more deserving.
Okay.
Sidebar. Did you see that SZA did a cover of
Lose Yourself?
That was kind of tough.
Really?
You didn't think it was tough?
I've only heard like 10 I saw Eminem and I looked away. And then I heard like 10 seconds of it and I was like, I wonder what made her do that. You gotta
listen more through, because what I think she really kind of flexes later on in it, not in the first 10 seconds.
So she's not. Is it kind of like a freestyle, or she's?
No, she's reciting the entire lyrics.
Okay.
But she's singing them over a different type of beat. It's something different. It's something different. I'm not mad at it.
I think she can rap, but I wouldn't call her a rapper.
Well, I wouldn't call any of these rappers. So.
You want to call yourself a rapper?
No, I said those rappers, not me. I'm dead nice.
Oh, so it's just you then. Everybody else isn't a rapper then.
Not most of these guys that are rapping now. I mean, they rap as much as SZA does. They melodic, they singy. You know what I'm saying? You might get a bar or two here and there.
I was talking to my friend about this in the last episode. We were talking about the Apple Music 100 albums of all time. Did you see that list?
I saw. I didn't go through all 100, but I saw enough of it.
Did you see the top 10?
Lauryn Hill was number 1.
Lauryn Hill was number 1, and my friend was saying that She was saying that Jermaine Dupri had an issue with the list because he felt like a lot of R&B albums were slighted.
Right.
And then she brought up the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, and I'm like, well, technically that's not an R&B album; it's a rap album because she's considered a rapper. No, would you consider Lauryn Hill a rapper or a singer?
I think before the album came out, and
she was a rapper.
I was on Earth at the time. Before that album came out, she was definitely more considered a rapper. That sung.
Do you think that deserved to be the number one album of all time? I don't.
I mean, if you ask Lauren and her people, then they would say yes.
We're not gonna ask Lauren. So we're gonna ask you.
It's subjective. Is it my number one album of all time? No.
What's your number one album of all time? And it can't be yours.
It's not. It definitely wouldn't be mine. Not that vain. Just very, very close to it. Shit. I mean, that's tough. It's tough. It's tough. I would have to really give it some thought. But we only got an hour or so. Not right now.
It's more than enough time.
What do you mean?
To think.
What's your favorite album? What's your number one album?
My number one album? I'm too indecisive for that.
What? You can't ask a question that you don't have an answer to.
I'm really too indecisive for that. But what I will say is that a couple albums would be in my top 10 that I can't think of right now. A couple artists would be in my top 10. Okay. Probably Kali Uchis. Probably Ariana Grande.
And your top 10 of all time?
Probably J. Cole, yeah.
Of all time on Earth?
Yes.
In the
these
history
artists,
of mankind.
Born Center will probably be in there.
Since the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Right. So I can tell you definitely some of that in my top. Greatest Adventures of Slick Rick, Nas Illmatic,
I think that was
Stevie Wonder, Superstition, or Hotter Than July. Mary J. Blige, My Life.
That was also on there. There's a line in there. I need you to listen to. Yeah, I need you to listen to it.
Wait, you didn't listen to the song, but you can pull, lines?
Yeah, because I know the basics. Like I know the drama.
Should I listen to the song while you recalibrating?
Yeah. I mean, it's just a button, but yeah, listen to it.
You listen to your phone. I wanted my algorithm.
Okay. Okay.
You're already trying to get me fired from serious bashing Eminem as it is.
Why? He has a station on there or something?
Yes.
What station is that?
Shade 45.
Oh, it's 45.
Yeah, 45 is Eminem.
And you're what, 42? 43?
4. 43 and 4. Are you texting Eminem? What are you doing?
I'm trying to stall because I don't want
to... All right, so let's just...
No. Okay. This shit is 5 minutes. Okay, we're going to listen to a 1 minute and 40-second clip.
All right, I like it.
That was the line everybody was talking about. So unfortunately, we just watched the a part of the video, the song, the music video. There's a music video.
There's a music video.
My issue with Eminem is that not only do his songs suck, but he picks really, really, like the worst possible beat that you can ever think of. And he says, yeah, that's one. The one? That's the one.
That's the one?
It sounds like some shit that you would make like in GarageBand or something. I don't know. It sounds like some video game bullshit. It's not. He can rap, but the songs fucking suck.
Interesting.
You really not gonna say nothing because what? You think that Eminem is gonna hop over from channel 45 to channel 43 and beat your ass or something?
That was a good one. My mama said if you don't have anything nice to say,
you don't have nothing nice to say.
No,
but you can definitely say it in like a.
Here's the thing about this particular song. We did not listen to the whole song.
No,
it definitely sounds like 2 songs he did already. It sounds like some stuff that he already did, even with the video concept. It's like the same thing. So I don't feel like he's covering any new ground necessarily. Kind of just regurgitating the same
It's the
stuff.
same shit.
Yeah. Like, Eminem shouldn't be a 1-trick, 2-trick pony.
Yeah. But he is. The first mediocre white man that I've seen.
He is not the first.
In rap?
Oh, in rap. Well, I'm
the most successful mediocre white man in rap.
He's not mediocre though. He's a very skilled technical rapper for sure. At some point, he just kind of got caught in this rap hamster wheel kind of circle shit.
Would you go to an Eminem concert?
I don't think so.
Okay. If someone gave you free tickets to an Eminem concert, would you go?
All my tickets to concerts are free.
If someone gifted you
No,
3 tickets to Eminem,
if I got invited to an Eminem show, I would go.
really?
Yeah, I would go.
What are you gonna do for the 2 hours?
Watch him perform songs.
Wow. Okay. Well,
There's enough stuff in Eminem's catalog that I would enjoy a portion of the show at least.
okay. Did you hear the Megan Thee Stallion line?
Yeah, what did he say? He wanted to try to get a feature.
He said, "I wonder if I can get a shot at a feat as in a feature,
Oh, got it.
a double
Entendre.
Auntie Andre."
Yeah,
Yeah,
Auntie Andre.
I'm really tired of rappers talking about that.
Taking shots at Megan. No pun. No pun.
Not you one of them too?
No, I was literally. That's how else would you say that?
Throwing jabs at Megan.
Well, then
being shady towards Megan.
You're being insensitive to people that are dealing with domestic violence if you say throwing jabs.
Okay, then being shady then.
Well, then you just picking up Eminem because he's shady.
Anyways, I just think it's really corny that everyone.
Yeah, no, it was in poor taste for sure, especially in 2024. Like it's over, everybody's moved on, and to like bring it back up unnecessarily is it's in poor taste.
Speaking of washed up,
wait, when did we?
I was thinking about Eminem, and you said how he hasn't really evolved at all. Another person that hasn't evolved but really tried it lately is Jennifer Lopez. Did you see that she canceled her arena nationwide tour today?
I did happen to hear that might not be happening.
It's not. They canceled it completely.
Interesting.
And she said, well, Billboard said that her excuse is that she would like to spend more time with her family and her kids and her whatever.
I love family time.
And then the comments obviously said something very different.
I love comment time.
Do you? Okay, perfect. Because I got some. No, someone made a good point. I think she overestimated her star power in 2024, and I think she thought that she was still Jenny from the block, and she's not that. She's not. That's not her anymore.
I don't think it's her star power. I think it's her draw. I don't know if she's
star power.
No, because she's still a star. She's still a star.
Movie star, maybe.
Right. So there's different levels of star power. So her draw as a performer to get people into an arena venue, that might be difficult in 2024 for Jennifer Lopez for sure.
It was very difficult. The ticket sales were non-existent.
Did you cop?
No, of course not.
Why not?
Because I think she's a great performer, but I'm not a fan of Jennifer Lopez. I'm not a fan of Jenny from the Block. You know, I was listening to the other day. You know the song she did with Fat Joe years ago? Well, that doesn't narrow down, right? The song she did with Fat Joe years ago called Hold You Down.
Right.
Oh my God, I forgot about that song. And it is a bop. She's not that girl no more.
But Jenny got bops. And so, especially when you go to artists that has years of catalog and, legacy, you could definitely get a show done. You could definitely put together a nice hour and change of a show. I just don't know if Jennifer Lopez has that kind of base. Her base is more spread out. I don't think people just strictly come for the music.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I see.
I don't think people just strictly come for the music. Some people love the dancing. I think she's an incredible overall talent.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's a super dope businesswoman and a mogul. And I really enjoy her TV show. It was
what about a singer? You think she's a great vocalist?
I mean, can she carry a note? Yeah. She's not in my list of great vocalists, no. Why are you trying to get me?
I'm just asking you a question. Just asking a question.
You want me to be uninvited to every party?
What was JLo inviting you to?
I don't know, but now I definitely can't go.
Please. Anyways.
Well, her TV show where she played the cop with Ray Liotta, I love that show. That was a good show.
What show?
It was what was it called? Shades of Blue? It was on CBS. It was a good show.
I never even heard of that. See?
That's
it's like
it's on your
no, it's not. I've never heard of that. Maybe they just never promoted it.
Well, she had like 2 or 3 seasons, so.
Really?
Yeah. Good show.
Well, okay. I mean,
also the come up from Girl in the Bronx to Fly Girl on the Living Color to Jennifer Lopez, the super megastar. That's incredible. Like, you got to tip your hat to that.
Too bad she can't sell that.
She's been selling it for years, though. She's not hurting.
Well, no. Listen, she's in a much better position than I am. I just think she should probably just leave the music alone. She should probably just leave that alone completely. And I think that Eminem should follow her. Okay, so Schoolboy Q said in an interview the other day, um, and Genius posted it, and he was saying that he feels like rappers are just content creators now.
Mm.
And he's saying that's because it's just content. The sales thing, that shit been stopped mattering a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Right before Crash Talk, his album in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
After 2016, there was a decline in sales, and then streaming came, and then it was off from there.
Right.
So, do you agree? Do you think that artists are content creators now?
Some are, yeah. I mean, I guess it depends on who you follow. You know, who your artists are that you are a fan of. A lot of the artists that I listen to just they make their music. They're not into doing all the social media, creating a bunch of content. And then I think a lot of the newer generation are they understand the power of social media and having that influence. And some have gone from influencers to artists or live in both spaces. So I mean, I get it. I get it. The thing about the world is you got to constantly evolve. If you stay too stuck in one place, the world's gonna pass you by, and you're gonna be somewhere sitting there listening to your 8 track. You might not know what that is. It's
I
okay.
don't, but I'm nodding my head like I do.
Yeah, so it's always going to evolve. It's always going to move forward. Technology is always going to bring new things, and people are always going to create new mediums. So you got to decide, hey, I want to continue to ride this wave, or this is my stop, and I get off here.
Do you feel like, well, you're from a different generation, but have you ever felt like, how do you feel about artists being like more personable on social media now, like showing more of themselves, or getting a little too personal, and maybe showing things that they shouldn't be showing? Do you feel like that helps you relate to them any more than their music does, or?
I'm from a time where there was a mystique, and
That's what I was saying.
that made you that much more appreciative of every little bit you got, whether it be a video, an interview, a song. You like grasped at it and held on to it for dear life because you didn't know shit about these artists. You know what I'm saying? Like you would have the National Enquirer like trying to get Michael Jackson in the supermarket just to show him being human, right?
Do
So,
you think Michael Jackson would be on Instagram if he was still alive?
yeah, he would have a Finsta though.
You think he'd have a Finsta?
Yeah, Mike could have a Finsta.
And you think he'd be active on his Finsta?
He'd probably be talking shit on his Finsta. I ain't gonna hold you.
I don't even know what type of shit he would be on. I don't even want to know. I don't want
to. He probably be talking about his friends on his Finsta too.
Probably talking about his family, his daddy.
Definitely talking about his people.
Damn. Yeah, I do think the artists there's like this mystery that they used to have that they don't have anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of miss it because I feel like social media has introduced us to a lot of information that we did not need to know.
I didn't need it.
We didn't ask for it.
I didn't want it.
It wasn't necessary.
I would like for you to take it away.
Yeah.
But you got some artists, especially in the rap space, like a Kendrick, like a Cole, who, I mean, yeah, they have social media. They might pop on when something's going on.
But they're not like active.
But they're not like 24/7 active, going live. They're not like Soulja Boy. No one is.
There's never going to be another Soulja Boy.
Well, he's the first one to never have anybody.
He's the first and the last.
He's the first and the last.
It's probably a good thing, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he did a lot of good. He literally created YouTube.
He definitely did a lot of good. I'm not gonna hold you.
I personally miss when artists used to shut the fuck up. I don't like when my favorite artists are trying to be influencers or content creators, because while I do think artists obviously do influence the masses, that doesn't mean that they need to be influencers.
Got it.
So, and I think the less we know, like I said, the less we know, the better.
Sometimes less is more. For sure.
Yeah. And I think they kind of ruin our ideas of them when they open their mouths.
There's been tons of artists that I was a fan of or supported way more than when they got to start showing their actual personality. I was like, oh, you're lame.
Some people just aren't likable.
Yeah, your songs don't hit the same if I know you're a cornball.
Now that makes me wonder. I'll ask you that later. Okay. If I remember. Speaking of artists, how do you feel about new artists? Well, not even just new artists, but just artists in general, and even like celebrities collaborating with Twitch streamers.
I
Do you think that's necessary?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
I mean, I've seen a few different people go
I'm
on
specifically
like
speaking about Kai
Kai's.
Cenat.
Yeah.
Cenat.
I've seen a bunch
Cenat.
of people go on
Cenat.
Kai's
Cenat.
stream.
Cenat. Yes.
Cenat Lathan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen. Nicki was there when it was album time. I just saw Kevin Hart was there.
Tyler was on there too.
Yeah, he's that was a funny episode.
Oh, you watch them?
I see like clips. I see some clips as they come out.
Okay.
As they make the rounds, but he's no different. He's the new David Letterman. Like what people would do.
Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat is a new labor. The new David is the new David Letterman.
Yes, because when people would go and have to sit on the couch and do late night TV, this is the equivalent to that.
This is the equivalent to a talk show, a late night talk show?
It's a late night
TV.
TV.
Twitch stream?
Yes.
You think there's no other way for artists to... But late night shows still exist. Like Jimmy Fallon is still alive.
Yeah, everything still exists.
So then what's the difference between going on Jimmy Fallon and then... how is Kai essential and then not an actual late night host? Do you see what
It's a whole different... What's the last late night show you watched?
Jimmy Fallon.
What, Jimmy? Okay. It's a whole different... It's a whole different audience, though. It's a whole different crop of people that you are speaking to when you go on a Kai stream. And if that's the demo that you're going for, then you got to do that. If that's not your demo, then you can go do more traditional forms of media.
Do you think that people, huge celebrities like Nicki and Kevin Hart, do you think they need the younger generation to grasp onto them, even though we all know who Kevin Hart is and we all know who Nicki is? Do you think they gain anything from that?
I think it puts them in a conversation with the audience that they might not be as relevant to.
I think it's really stupid. But I also just have a thing against Twitch streamers in general. Not Twitch streamers, but just ones like him. I just don't really like.
What does that mean exactly?
Like they're just very okay. Again, the content isn't for me. I'm an auntie, so it's obviously not for me. But that still doesn't make it any less ignorant. I just feel like he's not. I don't think he's charismatic. I don't think he's eccentric. I don't think he has a great personality. I don't think he's likable.
So why do you think it works for him then? Because as a casual, as a novice, as somebody who's not in that world at all, he's probably one of a few that I actually know, and him being the one that I know the most. So something is working for him.
Well, he's younger, so he has that on his side. And I also think he represents a very specific kind of boy.
Okay.
And I think those specific kinds of boys are his fan base. I'm trying to figure out how to say this. He's like a baby incel. And he caters to other baby incels who will grow up to be adult incels. I think he serves that niche.
Got it.
Of young boys. So I think that's probably why I also can't stand him either.
Probably. It's probably your own personal disdain for boys like him.
Mm-hmm. You don't have a problem with boys like that?
I don't watch enough or know enough about him just in specifically. General. I mean, young ignorant is young and ignorant.
But young and ignorant turns into old and ignorant.
It can.
For the most part, it does. I mean, if it's unchecked. And I mean, who's checking it? You're not, right?
Nah,
I'm not.
I don't even check for it.
So if nobody's checking it, then what? They just run around on willy-nilly doing whatever?
Especially if you become popular and start to make money, and then it's no stopping it.
Yeah, he's pretty much unstoppable now that he's like the most followed person on Twitch, and he's obviously making hella money now. So yeah, he's pretty much unstoppable because men love men that are like who they wish they could be. They wish they could have a lot of money. They wish they could sit on their fat ass in that fucking gaming chair all day and play games or talk to people and stream and make hella money like he does. Right. They want the jewelry. They want the girls, because I'm sure he gets plenty of girls. Like that's what he has is what they want. And that's really probably why they idolize him.
Interesting. So is this turning into like a battle of the sexes thing? Because there's so many different women who have who have women who look up to them, and they're not the best role models.
Who look up to Kai?
No, women, like there are women who look up to some of these women who are overtly sexual, and I understand empowerment, but there's also a fine line between just showing everything for a couple of dollars.
What are you talking about?
Well, you're talking about men.
No, I'm talking about Kai.
You're talking about men. You're talking about why Kai is successful.
Yes.
Right.
And I said that it's because it's a very particular group.
All right. Well, then why is Glorilla successful? Why? Nope. Take it back. Why is Sexy Red successful?
Oh, do you really want to know?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think Sexy Red is really fun. But I also think she represents, not to get too tinfoil hat, but I really do think she represents a caricature of the Black woman that a lot of people find entertaining to look at.
Okay.
Black and white people alike, but especially white people. I have not seen a Black female rapper grab the attention of so many high profile white people since like probably since Cardi. So I think that's why I think she's, again, like Kai, they fulfill this idea that people have of them.
Got it. Okay, I just wanted to show that there's a parallel.
I don't know, why do you think, what's the pattern? Why do you think Sexy Red is successful?
I think some of the things that you said, for sure. I just wanted to show that there's a parallel. There's a female counterpart. Like, it's all fucked, if we being honest. Right.
But the only
we all doomed.
Right.
The difference is,
but not because it's Sexy Red. You were doomed before her, right?
Yeah, but
and we'll be doomed after.
Yeah, well, they're part of the.
They're part of the problem.
They're big part of the problem.
What's the problem?
That there's only one side of young Black people being shown in a huge spotlighted, mega mass appeal-y kind of way. And like, so for people who never encounter young Black women and they see sexy red all over their TV and phones or whatever, that's their idea of what,
of a Black woman.
Yeah, young Black girls. That's what they are. That's how they are. And young Black girls look up to Sexy Red and say, "Oh, well, if she can do that, I can do that." And then,
well, have you ever spoken to any young Black women that have said they look up to Sexy Red?
Yes.
Who?
Nobody that, I mean, like fans. They're her fans.
Oh, you've spoken to? Oh, okay. They said they look up to her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, people look up to Sexy Red. She's the hope.
Well, do you agree that there might be some more positive aspects to her success, like the fact that she's a Black woman?
Mm-hmm.
She's not a fair-skinned Black woman either.
Right.
She's not conventionally attractive. She's from the hood. That's not being. She's not conventionally attractive. Like, she's not. You know, she
don't look like you.
Anyway, she's not conventionally attractive. So the fact that she made it out the hood and was able to pursue her dreams, you don't think that's also a way to kind of look at it, where you could be like, okay, I could see why people would look up to her.
I mean, the same could be said for Kai.
No.
Yes, he's from the Bronx.
Not from the hood.
The whole entire Bronx is the hood.
That feels a little racially charged.
No.
I don't think people from the Bronx would agree.
Well, they don't agree with anything. That's why they're from the Bronx.
Bronx slander. Ooh.
Big Brooklyn over here. You know the vibes.
Well,
yeah, I just think some of those same points that you made, and I'm not here to defend either or condemn either one of them, but I think that there's a lot of parallels that you could compare.
Okay, we are going to do my little segment called "What Grinds Your Gears."
Uh-oh.
Do you have anything right now off the top of your head that you can think of that grinds your gears? It could be anything. Or anyone.
That really grinds my gears. Or anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Shitty people with bad attitudes that are...
It sounds very specific. Are you talking to somebody?
People that are... No, let me stop.
I don't know. Is this a message?
Message? No. People that are just shitty people with bad attitudes and negative energy and don't have grace and aren't just good humans. I don't like people like that.
I also hate not good humans, so I get it.
Okay.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
What really grinds my gears is airports.
Why?
I really hate airports. I understand they serve a larger purpose, but if I became president, I would eradicate airports.
How would we get around?
Well, that's for y'all to figure out. But I know that personally, I don't want nothing to do with an airport. I think they're too big. I think there are
What about the small
too many
airports?
people. Even the small ones, it's too many people. Because it's like, how many people could fit on a flight, on a Boeing? Not the ones that be falling out the sky,
Definitely not those.
but like what 100 and I don't know how many people could fit on a.
I have
How many
not.
people do you think could fit on a commercial plane?
Like a big plane?
A commercial plane.
I don't know. 100 maybe?
That's your guess, 100?
100?
You think
120?
it's 100 of y'all on the plane?
It's less?
It's more.
Oh.
Really?
I fly so like the plane I flew
Oh, you
from
fly private.
the plane I flew from New York to Atlanta
Your private jet?
was no, it's not my private jet. It was not a
Oh, it was
private
someone
it was
else's
not a
private.
private
Oh.
jet at all. I fly on planes. I feel like that was maybe 100 bodies, and then the big planes that I fly overseas, and the smaller planes but bigger than
Maybe like
those
250.
that go to like the West Coast. So yeah, I've been on all size planes. I've been on small shits with just 2 rows. You know what I'm saying? So
That's a private plane.
no, those are like the little skip around joints. Like if you're going from one island to another.
Oh, island hopping.
Yeah, them low joints.
The money is really jumping out.
Wow.
But yeah, I don't like waiting in airports. I just don't like airports.
So
it's very exposed.
I feel that. So there's 2 options. You could
Fly.
date Kai and fly private, or
That's the only way I could fly private. The only way.
Or make your own money and fly private.
Or I could make my own plane.
Wait, what?
Yeah. You know women can be engineers too, right?
No, you can make a plane, but where are you gonna fly it from into?
Oh, so you never heard of a female pilot?
Why you trying to railroad me? No, of course.
Mean, so then what do you mean?
You said make your own plane.
Yes.
So you're gonna build it?
Yes.
And fly it.
Why not?
And then land it and then go on about your business.
Isn't that how you fly a plane?
Yeah.
So is it like hard for you to believe that a woman could fly a plane?
I like this. You really try to bait me. No, I was gonna say that you could also maybe a more direct route, maybe a little less time consuming, is you could get
walk
pre-check or clear.
No, I don't want to make it quicker.
But that's part of the problem. Is
the problem is I don't want to spend time in an airport at all outside of using the bathroom or waiting to board. And I don't mean waiting like sitting at the gate an hour prior. I mean like in line getting ready to board. If I'm not doing either of those things, I don't want to be in the airport.
So let me tell you how I do it. Right? I look at my flight. I see what time the departure is. So if my flight is leaving at 3:00, and they're boarding at 2:20, right? So if they're boarding at 2:20, 2:30, they're boarding at 2:30. I
have to get there by 2:15.
By 2:10.
Okay.
You get there by 2:10.
Because then you're gonna use.
I'm gonna use clear and pre-check, and I'm gonna walk right through everything, and then I'm gonna go to the Sky Lounge, and I'm gonna get a coffee or some fresh fruit.
See?
And then I'm gonna head on over to get on that airplane. And it's pretty easy peasy.
Do you use the bathroom on airplanes?
Nope.
Same.
Nope.
So if you have to pee, you hold it?
I don't have to pee.
You've never had to pee before in your life?
Never. Except just now on the couch. Now, when I'm on a plane, my body knows, relax. And so.
Your body knows,
relax? Tell it, relax, bro. We're not finna do that. Because I always pick a window seat. So
you're drinking a coffee before you go on the plane?
I sit in my window seat.
Wait, did you say you get a coffee?
Yeah.
You're drinking a coffee before you go on the plane?
For sure.
And you don't have to use the bathroom at all?
I'm not. I'm very much in control of my
bowels.
Yes.
You're not shitting up your back?
No.
On the plane?
Coffee make you shit like that?
Coffee
That's crazy.
Definitely makes you shit.
It's a diuretic, and it can make you shit. It doesn't make you shit uncontrollably, where you can't keep it under wraps until you get off the plane.
Well, that's what grinds my gears. Airports.
So we got shitty people, airports.
and coffee.
What? Coffee doesn't grind my gears.
It grinds my gears. I don't like coffee.
Your internal gears, maybe.
Okay. This one I thought was interesting. Someone said, okay, this actually annoys me too. So me and my mom were eating at a park in my car. 15 or more empty parking lots overlooking the park. This person in an Audi decides she just has to park right next to me. Why do people do this?
Because they're fucking ridiculous.
I think that's really annoying.
Yo.
Someone was trying to be argumentative in the comments, and I had to block them because it pissed me off so bad. They were saying, well, what if it's a woman and she doesn't want to feel alone, so she feels better if she parks near someone? If you're a woman, the last thing that's going to make you feel better is being near a complete fucking stranger. There could be a dead body in that car. They could have just left a killing spree, and they sitting in the park having a meal, and you want to go park next to them. For what?
Now they're going to kill you.
Now they're going to kill you.
Yep. You're right.
And then put you in the trunk on top of who's already in the trunk and then finish their meal.
Now you're next to another dead body stranger.
All because you wanted to be close to a stranger. I do think that's really annoying. It's plenty of spots. You don't have to.
Yeah. I mean, that goes for anything. If any public setting where there are a multitude of seats and you come and you sit where I am near me, if you park next to where I park, even though the parking lot is fully empty, any of those things where you just
think you're trying to set me up or something.
In way too close proximity to what I'm doing, I got a problem with it.
I have a problem.
Move around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you tell them to move around?
No, if somebody, that's one of my favorite things on the planet to do.
Stare at people?
Is stare at people when they do dumb shit. I like to just look at you so you can feel stupid.
Does it actually work?
I think they get it. But if someone like sits near me and I'll stare at them until they feel real uncomfortable. Then I get up and move.
So it doesn't work then. If you have to be the one to get up to move, it's not working like you think.
No, it's part of the play.
Oh, it's part of the play.
Yeah, to show you like, dumbass, this is what you could have done. But first, I'm gonna show you how annoyed I am with my cues, my very
whole time
facial.
They're not paying you no mind.
Nah, I'm gonna make sure they see me.
It'd probably be just easier to just say, "Hey, you want to sit right there?
Go sit over there."
Yeah.
Then I gotta. I'm gonna tell you what grinds my gears. Then I gotta talk to them.
Talking to people.
Yes. Case in point. Well, let me not say that because they might be watching. But yeah, just.
Who's they?
I don't want to talk to you.
Who's they?
Just people in general.
Okay.
Like if I have on headphones and I'm listening to music, don't like flag me down.
Yeah.
To say something to me.
Well, I mean, unless you drop. What if you drop your wallet? Drop the 20. Fell out your pocket. Oh, you don't want it.
I mean, that 20 is it's okay.
Jesus said
that 20 was for somebody else.
Yeah, you're gonna drop your 20 as you're on your way to your private jet.
Right. With the dead bodies in the trunk.
I
was on a flight. The flight I was on coming ahead, and the person next to me wanted to have a conversation, and I never ever want to talk to anybody on the plane. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to strangers. I don't want you to come up to me and start a random conversation. Don't ask me what I do for a living. Don't ask me what cologne I'm wearing. Don't ask me nothing.
You sound paranoid.
Around. I'm not paranoid. I'm an introvert.
That's exactly what a paranoid person would say.
Shut up. Ironically, though, we met because I spoke to you.
You spoke to me.
Randomly.
Yeah.
Sure did. That's because you were a baddie, though.
Do you want me to cut that out? Or I can keep it in. Can I keep that in?
Pause.
So everybody can know?
That you a baddie?
Yeah.
Sure. It's your show. Do whatever you want.
Well, speaking of planes, did you hear about that plane that had to, it was leaving Jamaica and it was going to Florida, I think. And I think it was a Spirit flight. I think, but that might be me spreading misinformation. But I think it was a Spirit flight. And there was something wrong with the plane and they had to turn back around, but they probably didn't know if they'd be able to make it back to land. So they were telling the passengers that we might have to land in the water.
Oh, wow.
And this guy the only reason I know this guy tweeted about it before it even hit the news.
Right.
He tweeted, he said, the guy sitting next to me on this plane from Jamaica just tapped me on the shoulder and told me, because he was sleeping. Mm-hmm. And he was like, he just tapped me on the shoulder and woke me up and told me that, hey man, you might want to get up because we about to land in the water. And so he put on his life vest and did the whole thing. Thankfully, they didn't have to land in water.
Right.
But that's it. So you don't want somebody if you sleeping on the plane, You don't want nobody to grab you and tell you, nigga, we about to.
There are circumstances in which you need to get everyone's attention.
Well, I don't know. You said you don't want to talk to nobody.
Just not no random ass conversation. Hey, when you headed to
the last conversation you can have with a human being.
What are you headed to Atlanta for?
Land in this water, and you don't even know if you'll make it because you can't swim.
I can't swim.
You can't swim, so there's no way.
Why are you telling the world that I can't? Why are you spreading misinformation?
You can't swim.
Why can't?
You cannot swim in no damn Atlantic Ocean, no Pacific Ocean. You cannot. You can swim in a pool, maybe, but you can't survive in the middle of the ocean.
You can swim.
You can't. Oh, I know I can, but you can't.
Why are you telling me I can't swim?
All right. Well, either way.
I grew up in Coney Island, across the street from
the
Atlantic Ocean.
Mean anything? You know how many people are from over there that have never even touch the water?
Well, that's not me. I almost drowned, and that's how I learned how to swim.
Of course, but that's completely different.
Why?
Because that's not the middle of the fucking ocean.
If it might as well been, I was finna,
sharks
I finna die.
All types of shit.
Well, if there's whales and sharks, the least
Caribbean Sea, mind you.
The least of your worries is if you can swim, and not if you finna be dinner.
All right.
So there's that.
You just got all the answers. Okay. Well. On that note, we will conclude this episode.
Oh man, we was just getting into it.
Into what? You can't swim, so that's the end of that.
I definitely know how to swim.
Okay. This is what I'm saying. We can literally, how long have we been talking? We've been yapping for over an hour.
It's ridiculous.
So,
did you tell your viewers that you have really nice teeth?
I have very nice teeth, but they can also see it in the
part of the video. They can't really see, like,
it really is a blessing to have nice natural teeth. The way veneers are just
you
infiltrating.
have great, they're taking over the world.
Do you have any parting words?
Thank you for having me.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you for allowing me to grind your gears.
Okay. Do you have anything coming up that you'd like the people to watch out for? You want them to follow you on Instagram? Torae also has a podcast that he's being very humble. He doesn't want to talk about it, but he's very famous, and he also has a podcast with his friend, who I like to call Bon Sway.
Well, he wouldn't like that.
I know, but I just love how it rolls off the tongue.
Got it.
Sway.
Well,
that's what I call him.
It's Bonsu.
It's Bonsu.
Yes.
Ooh, is that French?
Could be. Bonsu.
Bonsu.
Yeah, just at Torae, you can find everything from there. But thank you again for having me. This was a blast.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
I'm proud of me too.
Ow.
Okay. And that's where we will end this episode, and we will be back. Torae is very sick, so we need to finish so you can go get you a tissue. Why didn't you get a tissue from the bathroom?
I did. I want to walk around with snotty tissue.
Put some tissue in your pocket.
Pocket?
Okay. Snotty all right, Pippin. I'm gonna see y'all
in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. New episodes every other Wednesday.
It's lit.
That's it. Bye.